Hey everyone, it's me, the movie guy. Something very crazy happened in the past few months that I just needed to make a video discussing. On August 8th, Netflix released the trailer for the very anticipated JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Stone Ocean, which has been theorized to be possible ever since JoJo's Part 5, Vento finished its run on July 28, 2019. In this trailer, Netflix hints at a lot of possible things that could be explored with this entrance into the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime series. The first and most apparent of these is that this part has stand arrows in it. We can see it in what appears to be some sort of locket that appears to give the newly introduced character Jolene Cujo a stand that she calls Stone Free. This confirms that Stone Ocean will be canon to the JoJo universe, as stand arrows are featured in several other parts of the series. The other very shocking thing is that it appears this arc will be taking place in a prison, presumably called Stone Ocean or Sea of Stone, based on what Jolene says at the end of the trailer. There are some unfortunate things brought up by this trailer. The most concerning is that Stone Ocean is apparently set 10 years after Part 5, in 2011. Statistically, most mafia bosses live to be about 19 years and 1 month old, and since Giorno Giovanna was 15 at the time of Part 5, it's very likely that he's now dead, so we shouldn't be expecting any cameo appearances from him like other characters tend to get. And speaking of cameos, the trailer reveals that Jotaro Kujo, who is most famous for his appearance in Parts 3 and 4 and 5, is going to be making another appearance in this part. Based on the tone in which Jolene addresses Jotaro in the trailer, we can conclude that the two share some sort of relationship, and additionally, there is something interesting about their last names that hints at this. You see, Jotaro's last name is Kujo. Jolene's last name, however, is Cujo. These are very similar last names, but if you look closely, you can tell that they are actually spelled slightly differently. This implies they have some sort of connection, which makes it a safe bet that Jolene might be one of, if not the main characters in this part. However, there is also a shot where you see Jolene has a butterfly tattoo on her arm, as well as a vaguely butterfly/heart-shaped piece on her chest, which along with her yellow hair connects her to Giorno. This means it is also possible that she is yet another one of Dio's children, which would be a somewhat lazy writing decision on David Productions' part, the studio that created JoJo. I actually noticed a few other interesting things during my several dozen rewatches of this trailer. The first of these is that in one shot of the prison complex, many of the characters are just gray outlines, which leads me to believe that at some point Jolene will have to fight a stand user that causes this, perhaps as a mechanism to blend in with crowds and strike unseen. Also, a kid who has a baseball and a baseball glove is revealed in the trailer, which draws attention to the brilliantly written Derby fight from Part 3, where the Stardust Crusaders have to play video games, culminating in them going head-to-head in the video game Oh, That's a Baseball. Because of this, it is very safe to assume that Derby and perhaps an entire sect of Dio's minions remains active to the time period of this part, and are conspiring within the Stone Ocean Correctional Facility to try and get to Jolene or maybe Giorno's corpse, which could be buried under the prison. The character FF, who is also featured in the trailer, seems to have a black ooze aesthetic. And since there aren't any ties to anything else in JoJo that feature this, it's possible that JoJo is having a crossover with Marvel, and that the character FF is yet another host to the Venom symbiote. I believe this to be the case because the other day, the trailer for the newest Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, was released, and it features several characters featured in alternate Spider-Man canons, so this is not that much of a stretch. It also appears that the main villain is going to be very visually similar to Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, which hints at another possible crossover. This is also supported by FF. I mean, what else could FF be an acronym for? Foo Fighters? That would be preposterous. Besides all that I've extrapolated, it seems that the rest of Stone Ocean will remain a mystery until this part comes out onto Netflix. JoJo is a series which continually astounds me, as well as the rest of the anime community, for the creativity and fun it's brought back to anime as a whole. And this new part is sure to be an excellent return to the creativity of the show ever since it exited its peak with Part 3 and hit an unfortunate low point with Part 5. So that's all from me, the anime theory guy. See you in the next video.